Hey, what's going on, everybody? Starting to make a second video here uh, about the Mustang. The first one got some pretty good feedback. My wonderful Steven Spielberg Academy Award winning editing skills did great. I'm actually in the process of buying a new computer so I could download better software, yada yada yada, and I'll get it all figured out. So for this video, I'm going to show you my Precision Performance Products shifter that I got. I'm going to build a mount for it in this video. I don't like buying mounts. I got to have my hands on it to see if I like it first. So I just rather build it to what I want to do. This is probably the baddest shifter I've ever played with. This thing is, my cell phone's heavier than this thing. It is by far the nicest shifter out there. It comes with these brackets that I paid $30 for. You know, they're kind of wide plated. Not necessarily a fan of them. I did build them out. Whenever I make something, I gotta make 3 of them because I don't like the first one and I don't like the second one, and most of the time I don't even like the third one, but I use it. This was the first mount I made. It's meant to cover the complete hole in the transmission tunnel, and it's completely made out of the top. Welded it all together. The problem is it's heavy. See a lot of guys with these shifters in the cars and they're shaking around and the shifters are all sloppy. It's an automatic. The thing bolts down. It shouldn't be moving around. I made this one and it's way over engineered and it's way too goddamn heavy. Plus, once I put it in the car, I didn't account for the tunnel slope. So this is actually sloped back much further than I anticipated. So I'm going to make a new mount, and it's going to be much thinner, much smaller, and much lighter. This thing's 3/4 of an inch thick. That's all it is. It's very small. So what the goal is, I'm going to take, what is this, 1-inch tube? Yeah, 1-inch square tube, which is 3/4 on the inside. I'm going to fillet it open. I'm going to inset the shifter inside it. I'm going to cut some, I'll round it out, I'll curve it out so it bolts in and it doesn't look so bad. Got some spare tubing from my Integra's roll cage that I never just spare crap for a parachute mount. I'm going to cut it down to the right length, weld it together. I got another piece of tubing that this will slip into, and I'll put a quick pin in it and then actually build the mount inside the car. So I can remove this anytime I need to pull the interior out. This will probably actually only be 2-3 inches high to keep it above the center console. This whole thing is just lighter than just one of the plates on the other one. So I haven't decided how I'm going to attach it to the floor yet. I still got to get a piece of metal over the tunnel, as this was a 5-speed car, so there's a giant hole. I don't know if I should do something like a 14 gauge over it and bolt that in and weld to it. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. But I'll get it in. Who knows? I might not like this one either and figure out a third one. But I think this might be the best one. Yeah, it's going to be the smallest. Definitely going to be the lightest. I'm not making it out of aluminum. I don't have a TIG. I only have a MIG, so it's what I'm working with. I'm not really worried about weight with the car. A lot of the class, if I do any class racing, a lot of classes, this thing's got to weigh 3,250, 3,300 pounds. The car didn't even weigh that much from the factory, so a little bit extra weight won't
Just
kill it.
knocked my beer over. Nothing pisses me off more than knocking my beer over. Oh, god damn it.
So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to measure this thing out. I'm going to mark this thing. I eyeball. I get it close, usually fuck up once or twice, and then get it to where I want it, or I just say screw it and deal with it. So everybody would probably measure this thing, get the correct length, sit it on there. I'm just gonna sit it on there, get it where I want it. Quick line on the back side. Got to cut this thing down, obviously. I do. I've pretty much taught myself how to weld and cut cut and all that crap. I'm still not good at it, but I'm getting there. More practice, I'll be there. So, yeah, gotta cut this up.
You gotta know what you wanna do. You gotta dedicate yourself to it. You gotta wake up thinking about it. Go to work thinking about it. Go to bed thinking about it. You gotta dream about it.
So that front plate doesn't fit in there, so kind of figure that out. But it does fit. It does actually. Not too bad.
No one does.
It's actually really good if you can see that in there. It does fit. Surprising. I just gotta figure out this now.
Don't think these simple favors will let you backtrack straight to simple times.
You gotta know, like you know gravity, that this is what's gonna happen in your life. First it's a dream, then you take action, and then you dominate.
Hard up times, hard up money. Watch your smile, ain't a damn thing funny, boy. Not a damn thing funny, boy. Cut my teeth, throwing rocks in the street. You might know my name, but you don't know me, boy.
Yeah, screwed up. I thought that was sitting flush in here, and it actually isn't. So I made my measurements equal, screwed up, but this bolt hits it. So what I might do is just take this thing, open it up a little bit so it's not straight across, and if that doesn't hit, this will sit in and it'll be absolutely fine actually. So what I did was I traced the back side onto a piece of paper and I made a template out of it, and I'll just I'll hold it on and trace it, and we'll see how close we get. Oh, got it all cut out. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. Once it's all painted up and on the car, you won't even really notice it. So it I'm happy with it. It's gonna sit in there nice. It's gonna fit good. It's gonna look a lot better than the last one, and it's gonna be more compact. So I'm cool with that. So the next thing is I'm gonna have to get my seat back in the car. I'm gonna have to get the center console back in the car, and I gotta figure out what height I want this thing to sit at. So that'll be the next order of agenda. ahead and pretty much finished up the whole shifter mount here. Take that apart. I made the base some 1-inch, I don't even know what the hell it was, but 1/8 inch steel plate that I just got to weld into the body of the car now. I'm going to get it up on the tunnel. Probably going to take a little coercion and persuasion to get this thing formed the way I want it. But I went ahead and drilled a 1/4 inch hole through and through everything. It actually works out pretty nice because this is seam welded. So there's a weld on the inside of this. And what I did was I ran a small bead down the side of this. So when you get this thing in, you can lock it in. Done. What I did was I went ahead and ordered 1/4 inch quick pull pin. So this thing is just a come in and out piece. Now it won't line up, watch. Okay. So anytime I need to take the shifter out of the car, I unhook the electronics, I unhook my shifter cable, and I pull the pin and it's done. Not unbolting anything, not worrying about losing bolts, getting the center console out to unbolt this thing, pull this pin, and out she comes. And she's nice and safe. This is a good sturdy mount I made. I highly like this one over the last one. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and give me a follow. Obviously more videos to come. I'm going to go ahead and get this mount welded up into the car, get this thing situated where I want it, and that project will be all set. See you guys later.